Welcome everybody. We are here for the final summer webinar. We did 7 webinars in what, like 14 days? So you should be prepared to have the best second half of your year. We started, the first webinar was all buyers, the buyer conversations, the dialogues that we have to have due to the NAR settlement changes, how to help buyers understand your value. Then we went into listing, we talked prospecting, we talked marketing, we talked systems and operations, we talked leadership, everything that's real and relevant to what's happening in the industry right now. So if you didn't get a chance, and by the way, if you're joining us for the first time, you can go back and watch all the replays. They're all up at gloveru.com/webinar. Today, we're here for our 7th and final webinar, and we're talking social media, specifically with the person behind the scenes running our social media. I don't know if there's actually anybody more qualified other than the person sitting next to me, as she manages our entire social media process, not just for Glover U, but also Glover Agency, our real estate team. So before we jump in, just a couple housekeeping things. While you're using the chat today, you're going to see down at the bottom, it defaults to hosts and panelists. Do me a favor, and when you're chatting, change that to everyone. There's a little blue drop down right by where you go to type your message where it says to. Change that to everyone when you're chatting with us today. So first things first, I want to see where everyone is joining us from. So let's take a look at your city, your state, your province. If you're joining us from Canada, I want to see where you're joining us from. Of course, we've got some great people on from the state of Michigan, Florida in the house. Awesome. Idaho, nice. Thanks for waking up this morning with us. West Coasters, a lot of West Coasters this morning. If it's your first time, let us know if you're a first timer. Add that also to the chat if you're a first timer there. And yes, make sure you're changing it to everyone so that way everyone can see you. All right, second timers, a lot of first timers this morning. Oregon in the house. Thank you. Thanks again for waking up with us. Well, listen, we're super excited to be with you. For those that are not familiar, my name is Jeff Glover from right here in Detroit, Michigan. I've been listing and selling real estate now for 22 years. For those of you that are 5th, 7th, 10th, 15th, 50th timers, just bear with me for a few minutes while I go through a couple things for my first timers to get them brought up to speed. If you're not familiar with Glover U, we are a broker agnostic training and coaching company. We serve agents and leaders all over the US and Canada. And I believe it's safe to say we are the fastest growing training and coaching company on the planet as it is for real estate. And I believe it's because, and there's a lot of factors, but one of the main factors is I'm in it with you. I know exactly what you're going through. Just to give you an idea, over the last decade, I have personally listed and sold over 100 homes per year myself personally. Over the last 10 years, that's an average per year. Our team does somewhere between 900 and 1,000 transactions a year in addition to that. So that's like outside of that. And we share real and relevant information and what it takes to win right now. We're not regurgitating things we heard 6 months ago. We're not reading stuff in Facebook groups and getting it out there. We're sharing things that we're doing right now. And today is no exception to that, because we're going to be digging into how we're winning with social media. Because for a long, long time in the industry, social media was seen as kind of a distraction. Now it's not just a tool, but it's actually a tool to enhance what you're doing. It's actually one leg of our business that we actually put a lot of time, energy, and effort on, that's generating a lot of leads for us, and it's helping our agents have a lot of success. So before we dig in, I want to share with you, first things first, you should have a workbook from today. So I see they're dropping it in the chat, so make sure you get that workbook downloaded. There's several free resources in there. I'm not going to go through every single one of them. You can research those on your own, but I do want to make sure I touch base on our 3 most popular resources right now. Number 1, our most popular resource is the daily message. So every day, by the way, if you already get the daily message, just give me like 60 seconds to share this. Every day, Monday through Friday, every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, I write a message specifically designed to help you list and sell more homes. Sometimes it's, hey, I went on an appointment last night. Here's what the seller said. Here's how I responded. Other times it's sharing a tip on what we're doing to win with social media, for instance, or sharing a marketing idea. Anyways, every single day I'm writing a message to help you list and sell more homes. We have a lot of leaders that use it as their sales meeting content, and we welcome that and we appreciate that. It's totally free. Everyone can sign up for absolutely $0. All right, and I'll show you how to do it. So take out your cell phones and you're going to open up your text messages. I'll do it with you. And the phone number is 55444. Again, I know a lot of you are already subscribers, so just bear with me for a few. 55444. And in the body of the message, you're going to type the word morning, MORNING. All right, just like that. When you hit send, it's going to respond with, we will enroll you in the morning message. What's your first name, last name, and it's going to ask you your email. And just like that, you're signed up. That's resource number one. That's probably our most popular resource today. We get more favorable responses to that than really anything we do. The second most popular resource, which is quickly becoming a number one resource also, is the Glover U app. And the reason why, for a lot of you, even if you're getting the daily message, if you're not taking advantage of the free tools and resources in the Glover U app, you are missing out. And some people prefer to get the daily message through the app anyways, because then it'll come through as a notification, so long as you have your notifications on. But the Glover U app has more tools and resources than even you can find on our website. And the things on the Glover U app are free. Right now, there's people paying for resources on our website that you can get for free through the app. So it's super simple. Open up your app store. You just search Glover space the letter U. That's it. Glover space the letter U. It should come up right away. There might be another app in there called Glover U Events. You don't need that one right now. You'll need that for later. But Glover space the letter U is the app that you're going to want to have on your phone. Take advantage of all the resources we have in there. And number three, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't share with you right now, especially the one that's in charge of it. Right now, we're putting more energy and effort into our YouTube channel. We've probably posted more on YouTube in the last 6 months than in the last 6 years. And the reason is because we want agents who follow us at Glover U to be the most prepared agents in their market. We want you to be able to go out there and win serious market share, especially with all the changes taking place coming up here just a few weeks. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about on our YouTube channel, it's super simple. Just open up your YouTube app. You're going to search Glover space the letter U in your YouTube app. And when you get to the channel, there's going to be a little bell there to subscribe. Click that. It's free. That means every single time, and by the way, if you don't have the YouTube app, just Google Glover U and click on videos. You'll find our channel right away. But you're going to want to subscribe because then you'll be the first to know every single time we release a video. And there's things that we release on YouTube that don't get sent out via email. There's things that we release on YouTube that don't get put in the app, that don't necessarily come through as a text message. So you're going to want to make sure you're notified because we share a lot of great stuff. In fact, one of the big ones was when the whole NAR settlement thing came out. I had a whole set of scripts already written within the first week, and we shared those to YouTube right away. And anyone who was a subscriber got notified of that. So take advantage of that third and final free resource. Okay, you should have your workbook printed. Have that in front of you because I want you to write notes. Everybody always asks, Jeff, why do you have us print these blank workbooks? Well, because my vision is that you have a folder or you have a desk or you have a cabinet or you have something or a 3-ring binder where you keep everything together, all of your notes from all of the webinars. And I want you to write out notes because it's more likely to be cemented by writing. Of course, I know a lot of you like typing them and whatever. That's fine too, but I'd prefer you write. And that's why we always make sure you have the workbook. All right. So there it is in the chat one last time. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm here with Alanna Pfeffer, who, her background is in e-commerce, in marketing, in social media. And, she has now spent 4 years.
3.5.
I always round up 3.5. We'll just call it 4 because it's probably closer to 4 than.
It's getting there.
All right, we're getting there anyways. So, and in the last 3.5 to 4 years, she has absolutely studied this industry inside and out, and she knows what's working and what's not working. And so she took our stage at the retreat a few weeks back and had a great segment. In fact, it was very, very positively reviewed. And I think you'll have a lot to gain from the knowledge that she is sharing. Also, prior to joining us, she was in charge of marketing and e-commerce for several companies that are now global, and has a very diverse background bringing to the industry. And of course, now today you're in the industry and have been in it for 3.5 years. You know how we operate, you know what works, you know what doesn't work. And also, she's the newest Glover U coach, specifically on the social media side. So we'll be talking about that later as we go. But Alanna, I'm going to pass it over to you since you are the expert in this field.
Thanks. Yeah. Like you said, social media was seen as a toy when it first, came onto the scene. And now I get so many questions from agents how they can be better on social media, about how they can be better. And I think it's helpful to think about social media within the context of the marketing funnel. So we're just going to kind of go through that. And I'm going to give a couple of real tactics that you can implement today. It's not anything it's not fluffy at all. It's like tactical, step 1, step 2, step 3. So we'll go through it right now. So when we're thinking about the client journey, most of your potential clients start outside of the funnel. They don't know you at all. And then from there, they go into awareness, hopefully. So as the agent, your job here is to attract people who don't know you into the funnel. And then the next step is, of course, to nurture the people who are in the funnel. Once they're there, what do you do with them? How do you stay in front of them? How do you keep them engaged? And then finally, hopefully, you get them down into conversion, which would be like a listing appointment or a sale eventually.
So there's really 3 pillars we have to think about. How do we get them in our funnel? And then once they're there, how do I provide enough value to nurture that? And then, of course, once they're ready to do something, how do I make sure that I'm the one that they think about?
Right. And how can we use social media in this funnel?
Yeah.
So it's not just posting what, posting what you're doing today and every day is great, but how can you actually get in front of people who don't know you and then keep them engaged and then push them into a listing appointment?
And that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah,
so I
right.
love it.
So another way to think of it is they first become familiar with you, then they know, like, and trust you, and then they take action. So just another way to think about the funnel. So what makes good top of funnel content? It's stuff that grabs attention, it attracts and generates leads, hopefully. So one way we love billboards here in Detroit with Jeff. So just wanted to throw that photo up there.
We do some mass advertising.
We do
that's what it started. Before we did social media, we actually did mass advertising.
Right.
But certainly there's more affordable ways to get in front of a lot of people than buying every billboard on every freeway.
Right. So we'll get into the organic, the less expensive options here. So like you see there, under organic, social media collaborations and giveaways to grow your following. That's what we're going to get into right now.
Yeah.
So how can we use organic social media at the top of the funnel?
Okay.
Social media collaborations. So why do collaborations? And I'm specifically talking about Instagram here. So there's a functionality on Instagram that was rolled out a while back that you can invite collaborators on your posts. So why would you want to do that? It gives you an opportunity to align yourself with local companies with similar values, and it gives you an opportunity to get in front of new audiences, which creates brand awareness.
So that's the collaboration feature. When I go to post, if I want to tag someone or add a collaborator, you're essentially going to show us how that, with another local business, how that'll get more people in the top of our funnel using just that one feature.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Because when you add collaborators, your post will show up in front of your audience, but it will also show up in front of their audience, which is new to you, hopefully. These are just some collaborations that make sense. So when you're thinking about collaborating with a local business, think about something that makes sense for you, for your own brand, for your personality. So I just had a couple of bigger examples here that might make sense to you. Apple and Nike, GoPro and Red Bull. That one makes a lot of sense.
And you're going to share some of ours. So
I'll share ours. Yeah.
People, I would say just thinking out loud, businesses that are known in the community.
Yes.
To me, that's like a no-brainer.
Businesses that are known in the community, businesses that you are a regular at yourself, where you're visible weekly or monthly or whatever.
Yeah.
So why giveaways? Giveaways give the audience a reason to take action. So once you're doing the collaboration with your local business or whatever it happens to be, comparing it with a giveaway gives the audience a reason to take action. So I'll show you exactly how to do that. So this is one that we recently did with our company. We paired with a local cafe that's actually right next door to our Birmingham location. And there's the photo we did with Jeff in the restaurant.
So I'm holding a gift card, and you just said, hey, we're going to go over there and take a picture. So I went over.
Yep.
By the way, when I first saw this photo, the people in the back, it looks like staged, like they're models or something. Like,
That guy is very good looking. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, this guy, do we have this staged?
Yeah, no.
Oh, this is just a customer walking out.
Everyone in Birmingham looks like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So the goal here with this tactic is to increase followers. So at this point, we're not asking people for their email or anything. We're just trying to grow our social media following. And it worked. So this post alone got 5,100% more reach than an average post. Reached the audience that it reached was 94% non-followers, and this is the really important part. So this is us getting in front of a completely new audience of people, which is what collaborations are good for. The engagement was over 3,000% higher than an average post.
Wow. And the benefit, the key to this is right there in the middle. 94% of the people that engaged with this post were not following us before.
Right.
But they were following that other business.
Yes.
And so that's why they were served the post, if you will. And now they may have been seeing our business for the first time ever.
Right. Yep. And we gained a bunch of new followers from it. And I'll show you how we did that. So here's exactly how to execute this specific collaboration giveaway. Step 1, partner, which we kind of touched on, research a local business with an active Instagram account and respectable following. So the business that we partnered with had a little more than twice the number of followers that we had. So definitely go for someone with more followers than you, because you're of course trying to grow your following. You could, go as high as you want, but it might make sense not to go with someone with like hundreds of thousands more than you, but of course you can always try.
Because they might see it as, wait a minute, this is benefiting you. How's it benefiting me?
And you have to prove that it benefits them, which I'll also give you instructions for. So then you reach out to them, letting them know that what your plan is and how they will benefit. So that's really important. Step 2.
So this is just like we just walked in and said, hey, we're the real estate company next door.
Actually, we DM'd them first.
Okay.
We DM'd them so that
we even go to them. Which, honestly, like, okay.
It makes sense because we wanted to get in front of the person managing their social media account so that they were on board. And then when we went to buy the gift card, of course, we went in person and talked to the manager there.
Okay. There we go. I mean, that makes a lot of sense because you're going to be talking to the person that's managing their social media, and that's probably going to be the person that says yes or no to this.
Right. And since you're doing a collaboration and spending money on this, you definitely want to get their social media people on board. You don't want to just do it and then invite a collaborator without them having any idea that you're doing it. You want to definitely let them know that you're doing it, get their sign off, and let them know when you're going to do it so that they can accept the collaboration, because it's not automatic. They have to actually accept the collaboration. So then step 2 is to create the content, take a photo or record a video on the location at the partner business with the gift card or prize that you're giving away, which was the photo that you saw of Jeff. Make sure your content is high quality and fits in with the style of the rest of their content. So here you can look at their content and see, you can usually tell if they have a professional taking their photos or doing their videos, and invite them and say, if you feel more comfortable having your social media person take the photo or do a video, that's a good way to get some help and to make sure that it fits in with their content.
And by the way, we're not talking like hundreds of dollars here. I mean, the gift card was what?
Oh, no, it was $100. And so we spent 50 and they split it with us. So we spent $50 on it.
Wow. Okay. That was nice of them.
Well, they gained followers.
They gained followers too.
Step 3 is to write the compelling copy. So this is exactly what we wrote on ours. And the important part here is under where it says to enter. Step 1 is follow 855 Jeff Sells. That's us. And the partner company. Like this post is step 2. And then step 3 is also very important. Tag 2 friends in the comments. This is the reason that the reach, not only did we get in front of their audience, which was new, but because we had everybody tag 2 friends, we got in front of people who didn't follow probably either company. So that was really beneficial for both.
So they benefited from that too then?
Right.
Smart.
And then add the details. So step 4, post. Go to tag people. This is just, again, exactly how to do it. Tag people, select invite collaborators, and again, make sure that they know that this is coming so that they can accept it right away. Step 3, search for the business you're working for and select them. And then once it's posted, they'll receive a notification and your post will be added to their feed and to your own feed. Step 5, track and analyze your results. So you can see here if this was a winning post for your company, but also it helps to track your results because, or to track your partner's results, which is number 3 down there. How many new followers did your collaborator gain? And make sure you're tracking that, because next time you reach out to another company, you can say the last partner that we worked with added 72
new followers or 180 new followers or whatever.
So
that makes sense. And you can use that as part of your next pitch.
Yes. So it helps get people on board with the project. So now that you have a growing following, you need to nurture them. You need to keep them in your world. Otherwise, they will fall off, because these people are just following you because they entered to win a ticket, in that case, Tigers tickets and the restaurant gift card. So you have to make sure that your content is really keeps people engaged and keeps them in the funnel. So engaging content, entertaining and informational, and I'll get into some examples from people on our own team here. This is Amy Duncan. She's on our team. She's doing a great job of keeping people engaged on her own social media and providing informational content that helps.
Now that we have them following, now we have to think about what sort of content are we going to put out to keep them coming back and keep them engaged, if you will.
So now we got them into the top of the funnel, and now we want to keep them in the middle of the funnel. So here it is.
Listen up, sellers. This tip might sound like it's silly, but I will say it can save you time and money. And when you're getting your home ready for sale, and I am actually shocked about how many people do not know about this tool that you can use when you're getting ready to list your home. I was meeting with a client the other day in downtown Plymouth that is a suburb of Detroit. It's a quaint little town. Homes sell well there. They sell quickly. And it doesn't matter if homes are selling quickly or not. If you want to maximize your profit, if you want to get the most money for your home, then you want to make sure your home is in the best showing condition possible so people can see themselves living there. I'm sitting with my client in Plymouth, and we're talking about getting his home ready, and and I'm asking him, I said, do you know what a magic eraser is? And he said, no. 75 to 80% of people that I meet with have no idea what a magic eraser is. And one of the most important things to do when you're getting your home ready for sale is to look at the walls. You want to make sure the walls are in excellent condition. You don't want people distracted by marks and streaks and dirt or who knows what that's on your walls. You want them to be clean. And this magic eraser, this little sponge that you get wet, and then you rub those marks on your wall, most of them come off with this.
So I love that because it's one super simple thing and it kind of keeps you engaged the entire time. What I might change next time is I probably wouldn't say listen up sellers, because if you're not thinking about selling, you might swipe past it. But everything that came after that was really good information and helpful.
And what I love about her videos, which we've been teaching for years, she was not presenting. She was just having a conversation as if instead of talking to a camera, she was talking to a friend. The more you can have a conversation and tell stories, the more engagement you're going to get, the more authentic it is versus a presentation.
Yeah, you are the expert. And when you're presenting it the way that like Amy presents it, like not reading from a script, it's coming from, she just knows the situation. She has the story to tell. It just comes across better. It presents you as the expert.
We've been saying for years, and if you haven't heard me say this, or if you're a first timer, facts tell, but stories sell. You're always going to get better results the more stories you can tell. In fact, we actually just had a leadership call this morning. We were talking about, we're reading another John Maxwell book, and he's talking about, becoming better communicators. And the chapter that we just talked about this morning was the art of telling stories.
Yeah.
And we talked about, what falls under the story category. Well, that would be examples of your own, examples of other people, analogies, humor. There's one other one when I think of storytelling, right? Examples of other people, examples of your own, analogies, humor. There's another one. It'll come back to me. But basically, the whole point of this is, what I love about that is she was just telling a story. And that the more you can tell a story, the better your social media will do.
Yes, I totally agree. And if you can't do this right away and you have to work off of a script, start. Just don't wait until you're comfortable. Start with the script and you'll become more comfortable as you do more video down the road. So don't let that keep you from starting, but just work towards it.
Yeah, and that's Amy. Her Instagram handle is Amy in the D. If you want to see that video again, but you're all going to get a copy of this as well.
Yeah, and she has a ton of videos. I played this for the team, and she was like, "You picked that video," so she's got better videos according to her. If you want to check them out.
Yeah.
So another way, now we're going to get into how to actually get leads from social media with lead magnets as free resources. So options for distributing free information. Number one, free download. Here's how to execute. Create the PDF, the free download. Run an ad, like a meta ad with a call to action, like fill out this form to download the PDF. And then we use paper form, or you can use Facebook lead forms to execute it too, which we'll get into in Social Media Mastery. I'll show you exactly how to run ads with this call to action and using paper form and using Facebook lead forms. And then once you have the lead, you add them to your email list and put them on a drip campaign.
Free downloads are one of the best ways to get potential leads because, for more information, download the 7 steps to getting your home ready for sale. For more information, download the 9 mistakes to avoid when buying a home today, right?
Right. So here's an example. So home buyers value this one room almost as much as your kitchen. Unlock the answer and budget renovation tips. So this is the image, that big image on the left there. That's the image that is presented as the ad on Facebook and Instagram. And then when they click and fill out the form, they are emailed this PDF, which I will also give you in Social Media Mastery, I'll give you the full PDF with all of the points in there. And then here's another example, make your home irresistible to buyers without renovating. And then the lead magnet is 6 steps to make your home irresistible to buyers. This is the PDF that is emailed to them once they fill out the form. So it's just helpful information. You're getting in front of buyers, you're getting in front of sellers. And then the drip campaigns that you put them on, you know whether they're a buyer or seller. So you have 2 separate campaigns, one for buyers that go down this drip campaign, one for sellers, they go down that drip campaign. So this is a really good place to start and to see where people are at potentially in the process. Landing page blog post. This is not a lead magnet that I just showed there. So this would be an ad that goes to a landing page or a blog post. So you write and publish the article, you do a link in bio, or you can do a paid ad to it. And then they land on your web page for the information instead of getting a PDF. And then on this page, you can also have a lead magnet form, but the point is to get traffic to your website here. And then step number 3 is to run retargeting ads, which I'll also show you exactly how to execute if you don't know how. But this will increase your traffic for sure. So it's just 2 different ways. One way they're downloading the PDF immediately, one way they're landing on your website. So just 2 different ways to think about lead magnets. And then here is a lead magnet giveaway that Devontae on our team, he's also doing an awesome job on social media. Here's a giveaway that he did recently, and it generated over 80 leads.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm giving away a $300 gift card to Joe Muir Seafood to 1 lucky winner for Valentine's Day. Comment a heart emoji on this post, and I'll send you a link to enter. The deadline to enter is February 1st, and the winner will be selected on February 2nd. This is Realtor Devontae with Liver Agency. Good luck.
And you can follow him at Devontae_Moore, because he's pretty good at social media.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll get into, actually, he gave me some of his recent results. So I'll tell you about that. But CTA is call to action, just answering some of those questions in the chat there.
Okay.
Call to action. So it's the part that's at the end that says, click here to download or fill out this form to download. So Devontae is currently getting 2 deals a month from social media. And he is a prospecting based agent, wouldn't you say? I mean, he's in there in the morning prospecting, but he's been really focusing on getting into social media and doing better with marketing. And so it's just really supplementing his business at this point. But then down the road, hopefully, I mean, it's like a snowball, you know, the more you do, the more you put into it.
Well, the 2 examples, you know, when I look at Amy, she just started doing video like not even 6 months ago, probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And Devontae, he's been doing it for, you know, maybe a year and a half. But the point is that they're both very early on in the process. She grabbed their examples because we want to show you what even being early on in the process can look like. And someone like Devontae, for instance, because he's been doing it for about 18 months. So it might take Amy another few months before she starts to see some regular business.
Right.
But someone like Devontae is already doing 2 deals a month from social media.
Yeah, which is amazing. And then one thing I told him about that video, the next time, if you want to do something similar to that, instead of comment a heart emoji, and then I'll send you the information, say, tag a friend or tag the person that you're taking to the restaurant. You know, if you add your call to action is tag a person, then you're going to get in front of more people who don't know you. So that's something that I might try next time.
Perfect.
So I asked Devontae a couple questions about social media, so I'm just going to share them with you guys. Which platform gets the best engagement? And again, this is for Devontae specifically. It's not like, you know, across the board what platform gets the most engagement, but he said Facebook. But then I asked him, which platform do most of your deals come from? And he said Instagram by far. Interesting. So his current strategy, he's using Instagram and Facebook, both pretty much the same. He's putting the same content on both because your audience, and don't think that's going to overwhelm your audience. Most people have a favorite, Facebook or Instagram. I mean, they might check both, but they're like heavy on one and then check in on the other one. So doing the same on both is, I think, totally fine.
Yeah, it is.
And then which platform is up and coming? He said for him, it's LinkedIn. He has currently 3 potential clients, but no closings yet. He's not really into TikTok. I asked him about it. He doesn't think it's gonna last, which is his own personal opinion, but he really is, he's doing a lot on LinkedIn. I see him on there all the time. Yeah.
It's interesting because, you know, you think LinkedIn is so traditional.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's fascinating to see
Yeah,
that.
LinkedIn has been acting a lot more like Facebook, but a lot more like a professional Facebook.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so he's getting into people who have, you know, they're good jobs and they're professionals, and that's where they spend their time. So it's a
Yeah.
completely different audience, which is, I think, really cool.
Yeah.
And here's his strategy. So he just adds all of his clients on social platforms. He
By the way,
posts.
this is Devontae Moore, just to give you an idea. This is someone who will close, I don't know, 75,
Mhm.
100 deals this year. And he's traditionally a 40 to 50 deal a year, you know, a year guy. And
Yeah.
so really taking social media serious is what got him from, say, 50 to 75 or whatever he's going to end up
Right,
doing
yeah.
next year.
Yes.
And that's why we're featuring him.
Right. He's doing amazing. So he adds all of his past clients. He posts daily life. So what I like about Devontae's strategy is it's not anything crazy. It's not like when you see these agents who have hundreds of thousands of followers and you're like, I could never do the stuff they're doing, and everything is like scripted, or, you know, it's like high production quality. It's just him. He's showing his daily life. He's showing the business that he's doing. He posts all closings, posts all pending deals, posts listings at various price points. He does the giveaways. But number 6 is really important. He engages with his followers and with other people's content. He's actually on the platforms engaging with people, and that's really important. And it sounds like a lot, but he spends less than 30 minutes a day. So
if you want to ensure that people see your stuff, you need to engage with their stuff.
Mhm.
Okay. The algorithm all automatically, when you engage with their stuff, automatically feeds them more of your stuff. So that's kind of like a little hidden secret of
Yeah.
how to get your stuff in front of more people.
Mhm.
Engage with their stuff.
Right. And I actually, I break down the algorithm completely in Social Media Mastery. I break down like from what the Reels algorithm is a little bit different from Post algorithm, Stories algorithm. They're all a little bit different, and it's not like a secret. They have a, you know, there's a science to it.
Proven,
Is what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So here is the strategy broken down. Just
So did I see he spends 30 minutes a day?
yeah,
30
less than
minutes a-
30 minutes a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Add all your past clients, post consistently, engage. That's 1, 2, 3, what you need to
Yeah.
do.
And that can be done with current clients too, adding current clients while you're at the kitchen table, when you're done taking their listing, or buyer consultation, when you're done with the buyer consultation.
Yeah.
You following them following you. Start that early in the process. You don't have to wait till the end.
Right. So the giveaway frameworks, just you can scan this, and the giveaway frameworks are PDF that you can grab. It's not, and this isn't even a lead magnet. It'll just pull up the frameworks. You can have them. So here they are. And actually, I'm going to go past the slide. So if you miss it, we'll email it out. So then we did talk about, we're going to get into what doesn't work.
Okay.
So I see this all the time, and it's just a huge waste of time and a waste of money. These are surprisingly different agents, even though they look exactly the same. And that is because they're paying somebody to post for them. And I think agents think a lot of times that just having anything on there is going to help. But I think that this hurts your brand. It's not, you're not on here anywhere. If it's a company account, nobody from your company is in here. I don't even see like your own listings in here.
Sure. Yeah.
So, and I can see that it's not performing because 0 likes on both of these here. And they have like over 600 followers. So they should have a couple of likes by now, but they don't. So if this is your strategy, it's not working, and stop paying for it. And
so what I'm seeing here is stock images are not effective. Putting words on images are not, I mean, you can do that, but it's not as effective. Copy looks very generic. There's no real flow to the copy. And yeah, I mean, what's missing here is the agent's face.
Yeah.
Right? You don't see anything with the agent in it. I mean, we have so many opportunities to get content, open house, showings, every single, you just think about how can capture yourself out in the field. I don't care if you're showing houses every single day, capture something every single day. People want to see like what it is you do. They don't want stock images of, you know, what kitchen do you like better? A, B, or C? You know,
Right.
that's not what people want.
Yeah. If I can't tell that it's your account by looking at the at your profile, then that's a huge problem.
Mhm.
And it's not like we never post images with words on them. Once in a while we do, it's just sold or whatever, but it should mostly be you, your face, and just more engaging content in general.
And your clients as well.
Yeah, and your client,
Any faces, if outside of video on photos, faces perform better than any other image. Any other image you could come up with. I mean, you could take a beautiful photo of the Grand Canyon. If you're not in it, it's not going to get good engagement.
Yeah.
That's why a selfie, maybe with the Grand Canyon in the back. Okay, that'll actually do 5, 10, 15 times better than you just taking a perfect photo of the Grand Canyon.
Yes, by
because
far.
your face is in it.
Right. Completely. So if you're not ready to get into video or reels are daunting to you, just like you said, just get your face in it. Do more selfies, more fun stuff.
Yep.
These are all different people, which is a huge surprise. So, and it's not working. So if this is you, please stop. Let's see. Is that the last slide? Oh, that is the last slide. Yep. So basically, you need to get your face into it. You need to start doing more video if you're not doing video, but the moral is just start getting your face out there.
And I want to share a lesson. You know, a lot of people feel like, well, why would I go and do all this on social media? I don't think I'm going to be that great at it. And I'm constantly seeing other agents that are doing it and they're really good at it. And, you know, what I tell agents all the time is, listen, you see a lot of stuff on your social media because you're friends with and you follow a ton of real estate agents. But if the average consumer is friends with or follows maybe 5 real estate agents, they're not seeing all this stuff every single day like you are. Yeah. So just because you think, well, it's so saturated, there's so many agents doing stuff, my stuff's not going to stand out. That's not true. You're seeing a lot of stuff because you follow and are friends with a ton of real estate agents. Your consumers, your buyers, your sellers, they're not. So, you know, don't be afraid. Don't think that you're not going to be able to compete. I hear this all the time. Well, Jeff, there's an agent in my town. They're really good. And my stuff, I mean, it's going to I'm going to stand out like a sore thumb compared to their stuff. Okay. Yeah. But I bet most of your past clients in Sphere aren't friends with all of those,
right.
Aren't friends with that real estate agent. They don't follow that real estate agent. So they might be seeing, a handful maybe will be seeing their stuff, but for the most part, your past clients in your Sphere are only following a few other realtors. Right. So they're going to see your stuff regularly. So Alanna, if I decide that I want to go all in on this social media thing, meaning if I want to do, if I want to add 1, 2, 3 deals per month to my bottom line, there's an opportunity for the first time ever for someone to work with you for 16 weeks. Of course, you've now been with us for close to 4 years and very much understand what to do, what not to do. And you've put together a 16-week course. She came to me and said, I really feel like there's a struggle in the industry. We have them go through marketing mastery and they work on their brand and they get all of their fonts and slogans and color scheme and all of this set up. And then they start posting on social media and they're missing a huge opportunity.
Yeah, right.
You have 16. So basically the challenge was, okay, come back with 16 weeks of content that real estate agents will win with, and they'll walk away every single week with something they can do to improve their social media experience. So Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So kind of like I said, I'm going to walk you through exactly how the algorithm works, what you can do at each stage of the funnel. So kind of like I gave you tactics today, we're going to do more tactics like that. We're going to get into how to start running paid ads. I have some guests that are going to join us, like the agency that we work with who actually runs our paid meta ads. They're going to do a whole session, how to set them up, the best way to run them, what's working best for our team.
How to A/B test.
Yep. We're going to get into tools. So if you don't know where to start with like lighting and sound and things like that, we're going to get into all that.
Yeah.
And then, it's just through the 16 weeks, we're kind of like building the habits, and then dropping in the tactics along the way, like here, do a collaboration this week, do this kind of post this week. This is the video for this week, but it's really tactical. So, and it's working toward, like you said, growing your following, kind of like today, and then getting leads from your following.
Yeah, because here's the deal. At the end of the day, we do not want to be the company that teaches agents how to do social media unless they're going to get results from it. And honestly, that's why we waited this long to do it. You know, a lot of companies out there, and I won't mention names, but some of our competitors, they jumped on the social media bandwagon right away and without really any merit or any proof or any ROI. And we really wanted to perfect this ourselves. You know, that's how we do this. We don't share anything until we know it's going to be profitable for you. And so during these sessions, it's 45 minutes of instruction with 15 minutes of Q&A. So I know we're keeping the group small. I think we keep it less than 50 or 60 people. And we do that so that way, when you're done sharing your content at the end, you can open up for questions.
Yeah, right.
And people can ask questions about whatever you assigned them from the previous week, or ask questions about whatever it is you talked about that day. It's not like they're not recorded, they're live, first of all. Second of all, it's not a presentation. It's really a discussion. It's share. I mean, it's sharing obviously everything that you have a topic for every single week, but it's not this just sitting there and watching you talk for 45 minutes. I mean, you're getting kind of into the nitty gritty with them.
Yeah, everybody's at a different place with social media and everybody has different questions. I mean, a lot of the same questions, but so yeah, I'll be available to answer questions. And the whole goal is to get business from social media. I was actually on a podcast with Ellie a couple weeks ago, one of our clients, and we had a little Q&A after, and somebody asked me, because it was about those Canva posts. And she said, we have somebody running our business account, just posting those Canva posts every day. And she said, I thought that it was good to stay in front of people. And I said, are you getting any business from it? Is anybody interacting with it? Because like, maybe they are in your case, I don't know. And she said, no. And she said, but isn't it good just to have something there? And I said, I don't think so. If they're searching you and that's what's coming up, it doesn't even look like you're working. It looks like you're just on Canva all day.
That's probably what's going to be different about your course versus any other social media. Because listen, social media courses have been around for a long time.
Right.
But when I see so many agents still using Canva, still using stock photos, that tells me that either the training is old and outdated, or they're learning from someone that is not in the trenches with them. And so you're going to be learning from someone we're both in the trenches, right? I'm in the trenches of listing and selling real estate, but behind the scenes, she's running our social media. So you're learning from someone who's in the trenches with you. If you want more information, you can text the word social to 55444, that same number that you texted the word morning to. Text the word social to 55444, and you'll get all the information. Now, we get a lot of questions on, do I need to take Marketing Mastery first? And what order should I take your courses in? Well, I would say it's based on what you believe your needs are right now as an agent. You know, some people are taking Buyer Business Accelerator because they've never really had to do a buyer consultation and show their value. Some people are taking Marketing Mastery because before social media, I don't really have a brand. I don't know what my brand is. So my recommendation would be to research both. For those of you that are asking the questions about Marketing Mastery, research both and just do kind of a self-check of where you're at, and pick the one that makes most sense right now. And listen, if you do social media mastery first and you do marketing mastery second, that's fine too. If you do marketing mastery first and social media second, I would say without question, they do work together.
Yeah.
You know, we do have some people that are doing both simultaneously and they want to speed up the process. They don't want to wait till the next marketing mastery, but they really want to own social media. So they signed up for marketing mastery and your program simultaneously.
Yep.
And so when does it start?
August 12th. It's Mondays at 3 p.m. So it starts this coming Monday. 1 week.
So a week from today, the 12th, and that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you going to say something? I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
All right.
I think I was, but.
Perfect. Well, we had the information up there just a few moments ago on the program. If you want to learn from the same person that's doing all of our social media, this is the one you're going to learn from. Again, text the word social to 55444. And if you are joining us for the first or second time and you did not get a chance to check out the other webinars, I recommend you do so. Just go back to gloveru.com/webinar. We'll have a whole new set of stuff going on, you know, once we get later into the summer. But right now, we look forward to seeing you in the social media mastery course or sometime soon. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you guys.